straight off the ranch and boots on the ground on the rodeo trail. We're here in San Angelo, Texas for the rodeo, and thought we'd come by and stop by and see the boot store, Jason. So thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, it's cool.
When did Letty's first begin?
Process of ML Letty's has been the same that it's been for, I don't know, 102 years we've been, here. 1922 in Brady, Texas. ML was working for a gentleman there that owned a boot and saddle shop. The gentleman decided to retire, and so he said, man, I'd much rather be doing this than I would be anything else. So he started. He actually had, I think they said 7 brothers that came to San Angelo in 36. And then Frank Letty, one of the brothers, went to Fort Worth and opened the store, which is in Fort Worth now. Definitely a lot of history with cowboy boots in this part of the country for sure.
Kind of where this whole process in the making starts is really right here, like we see on this paper with the drawings. And what's even more special is this is mine and his grandpa's first foot drawing for a custom made boot.
Yeah, and that's the great part of it. I mean, one day y'all's grandfather walked through the door of ML Letty's and said, hey man, I want a cool pair of boots that I can't get anywhere else.
So on the date these boots came out was 1946.
And mine were 1944.
2 years apart. Yeah. And my grandmother told me after we found these up in the bookshelf, which they were on
the same shelf.
That
far back. Crazy.
That he was 16 when he walked in and got this pair made.
Kind of ties us all back into this in a deeper way.
Yeah.
To show how deep Letty's goes, but not just in that, with our personal families. It shows how special that this truly is. Yeah. How deep the art of that boot making's been respected to still be here.
Yes.
Absolutely. Who would you say is maybe one of the more iconic figures that's had boots made from here? Can you say?
There's a lot.
I imagine it's a long list.
I personally helped with a few of them. There's a few country music singers that are pretty well known that have a few pair, and some actors and actresses, and I think Landman, Billy Bob Thornton got a pair, the other day. So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool. I mean, we get to meet some more in Fort Worth than we do here. When I was there, I met a lot more celebrities and a lot more people that but there's a lot more people coming in there too than there is in our little small town of West Texas. But it's okay.
Man, we've thoroughly enjoyed getting to look at the shop today, and this has been an incredibly special experience for him and I. Definitely.
Yes. Yeah, we're glad you came in for sure.
We appreciate it, Jason.
Absolutely.
Thank you
so much.
Appreciate you guys. You guys come back anytime.
Press room.
The big machine.
Big machine. This is
Big green machine.
This is it.
Wow, dude, this is huge.
Yep. It's called the King Color Press. From what I remember, this has been around since the 80s, and that's kind of new for in the printing world. That's not very old.
So it's held up pretty well.
It's held up. Yep.
Man.
Gears and gadgets have been moving for a long time.
This kind of reminds me of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yes.
A little bit. It goes this way, and it'll actually finish out right here. And
that's awesome.
This is the first paper ever published, actually.
Wow.
In my hand right here.
Very first edition. February 10th, 1949.
Holy cow, that is so cool.
The front page right here is the grand entry to the San Angelo Stock Show and Rodeo, which was called the Fat Stock Show and Rodeo.
For a long time.
For a
that's
long
old
time.
School. What about these pictures on the inside right here? That's from the stock show.
That is from the stock show, it is, yep. There's the 4-H Club and the FFA exhibitions.
And prize porkers.
And prize porkers and fat lambs.
Man, and we love that.
Legless Willie Roberts was a top cowhand in his day.
Legless
That's
Willie
what I'm
Roberts.
talking about.
And I'm sure he was. I mean, let's pay homage to Legless Willie, man. He was a real trailblazer, I believe.
He was a ballerina, that's what this says.
Oh, well, man, all the better.
This is a good representation of just kind of the old, steeped ranching history and culture here that you guys have always conveyed through the paper and updated the market on. And cattle ranchers will post their herd for sale straight off the ranch in the paper, basically, versus at a livestock auction.
It's usually a reputation herd or something that they've got going, and they'll try to direct sell those cattle off one ranch raising, is a good term. And
English bred cattle, crossbred cattle,
The
All of
gamut,
it.
the gamut. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Very nice. Well, I know you guys mean a lot to the farmers and ranchers around the entire Texas community, and outside of that, what are the other states you guys send papers out to?
Well, circulation at one point, from what I understand, was we were almost in every state, or we were in every state. And I know last year we had a guy that wanted the hard copy in Australia, and I think we even told him the price, and he still wanted it. So,
Oh, wow, man.
you know, he was 2 weeks behind by the time that paper got to him, but
But he had it,
Yeah,
and
he
that's
had
what
it.
matters.
He
You
had
know, that's it, man.
Yeah.
So is he looking to, a customer like that out of state or out of country, they're looking to buy stock here in state, in
Yeah.
Texas, and export to wherever they're at, or
I think he quoted it best. It was a homesick Texan.
I think a lot of them somehow, some way have an interest in West Texas.
yes, sir.
Not necessarily trying to purchase something that far away. We have a lot of subscribers in New York, and I think it's people just trying to stay in touch with home.
Read on the culture.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Absolutely. Connor, speaking of Keep the West Wild, this is our first Keep the West Wild collection, kind of representing those values and
That's awesome.
where our inspiration comes from, which we just did a segment on my dad here, and this is him at Rodeo Houston, which is, he's where I get all of my inspiration from. And that's kind of symbolic of that. And last time I was here, you hooked me up with a piece of Livestock Weekly merch, so there's a gift for you.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't think I've ever held a white shirt in the press room, but I guess you
First and last.
gotta do what you gotta do to keep the West wild, right?
Keep the
Make
West
sure you
wild.
got those fingers clean, no ink.
Yeah, they're clean. But
That's
this
a
is
good
awesome,
shirt.
man. So here's the latest edition. It was printed this week,
Oh, nice.
and I know you'll get a kick out of that.
Oh shit, that's Mason Moody. He
Right
won the
there,
Extreme
man.
Bulls the other night.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll see him tonight at the rodeo.
Could see him spur one.
Yeah.
And all them parasitic people will see how my complexion holds up when I cross the river.
What is the must-see thing out of everything here to you? What is the most important thing you've got to see when you come here?
The rodeo.
That's it.
That's it.
What's your favorite event?
Bull riding, always.
Love it.
They laughed at my appearance, turned her nose up in disgust. Willis como marrano, and my name forever stuck.
The crowd's more different in San Angelo than anywhere I've ever been, honestly. That's my job, deal with the crowd. But here, they're taking notes.
One question.
What?
Okay. What is the must-do thing for you at this rodeo?
Watching the rodeo.
That's it.
What's the wildest thing you've ever seen here at the rodeo?
Can't talk about it.
Reported from San Angelo, and this is Ride TV.
Yes, sir, man.
All right, thank you.
The city looks like paradise, and Texas looks like home.
Playing rodeo hometown shows right here in San Angelo. What's different about playing in San Angelo and Blaine's Pub tonight?
To me, it's just as important and just as nostalgic. You know, get to sit around with your buddies and pick the guitar around a fire and talk about old times. And you know, now it's just on a different scale, and we get to have fun still and get to see old friends and do this thing. So
100%, man.
What's the rowdiest crowd you've ever played in front of in Texas? or anywhere for that matter.
You know, between Blaine's and Blue Light up in Lubbock, you know, it's
Yeah,
pretty close.
Blaine's and Blue Light,
Yeah.
man. That's kind of where we started cutting our teeth when we were younger. Huh?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen you go from 281, you know, picking in Lank Rudolph's house.
Yeah.
The big stages of the rodeo crowds, man, and it's awesome to see you go, man. And we wish you the best of luck as you travel on down the road.
Well, thanks, man.
Thank you so much, Red.
Good to see you.
Appreciate you.